I still don't understand how Congress took no action after Sandy Hook, after 20 children between the ages of 6 and 7 were killed. But maybe now that they have felt the fear themselves, they will do something.
But what I
on
don't
gun
understand
reform.
is...
You know what? When she said, I don't understand, there's a lot of things she doesn't understand, which is my pleasure to tell Anna Navarro, shut your pie hole. To discuss, let's welcome back our friend, comedian Tim Young. Tim, always good to have you. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, she has a history of spreading nonsense. It's been chronicled. But to suggest that the president staged a shooting that was an assassination attempt on him, like, how would he even pull that off? For political gain, to distract from Iran, for what?
I don't know. I don't understand the logic in this, and there's a lot of leftists pushing the same thing over and over again. They said one of the reasons he was doing it is because they want to get the ballroom completed. They want Congress involved in the ballroom, which is also absolutely ridiculous. It's insulting to your intelligence. And honestly, if President Trump, let's be real here, he would never stage his own shooting. But if he were to, it would be a lot more eventful and a lot more theatrical than someone just running through a metal detector and getting tackled.
Yes, more like an episode of The Apprentice, you're suggesting. He's a showman, and if he was going to make it up, which he didn't, obviously, it would be a lot more, a lot different than that. The whole thing is nuts. Watch Don Lemon, by the way. We have Jamie Raskin and others saying, I don't know what you're talking about, violent rhetoric. Who on the left has been saying this? Here's Don Lemon.
We tried to warn the folks, but the folks wouldn't listen. Some folks wouldn't listen. Like Bill O'Reilly used to say, some of the folks just wouldn't listen. And they didn't. And so they put this maniac, this incompetent person back into office. We tried to tell you that this was a very, very bad, stupid man, but you didn't listen. And now the GOP needs to burn to the ground because they have gone along with everything he has said. He has said they have willingly gone along with his cult.
So in one clip, Lemon called the president a maniac, a bad, stupid man, and said the Republicans, you need to burn it down. But they're telling us they don't know what is the unhinged violent rhetoric.
I mean, and then Don Lemon, shouldn't he be in jail by now for harassing that church, for leading a group of rioters into a church and making children cry during a church sermon? I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous that he's saying this. I'm so exhausted by these people. By the way, it's okay to not have a podcast. Why do they all have their own podcast? Because they're unemployable? I mean, this is ridiculous at this point, too. He's got his own merch. Did you see the little Lemon Nation stupid sweater he had on? This is absolutely ridiculous. These people are absolute narcissists, and I'm tired of hearing from all of them at this point.
Who would buy a sweatshirt with Don Lemon's name on it? That's a great point. Here's Jamie Raskin, who I mentioned a moment ago, telling CNN, I don't know what you're talking about. We haven't attacked Trump.
And you have, and as many of your fellow Democrats, have used some heated rhetoric against the president. And do you think twice about that when something like this happens?
What rhetoric do you have in mind?
Just talking about some of the fact that he, you know, is terrible for this country and so on and so forth. I understand that that's your democratic right, but overall, do you
I
have
have
a
no
responsibility?
personal problem with Donald Trump at all.
He has no personal problem, and Dana Bash let him get away with that. Why didn't she just say, well, calling him a Nazi, sir?
He's called him a Nazi, he's called him a pedophile, he's called him a rapist. Jamie Raskin has called Donald Trump everything terrible that you can think of at any opportunity that he's had a chance to do it. And they've been acting stupid about this all weekend long. Every Democrat, when they're questioned about this, has been doing the exact same thing. I don't know. I've never said anything bad. There are hours and hours of footage of these people saying the worst possible things about Donald Trump. And those things were what the shooter used in his manifesto. And they're trying to run away from it at this point. We can't let them do that.
We can't, because you just connected the dots in a couple of sentences, and they're trying to run from it, and we're going to keep reminding them of the truth. Tim Young, appreciate your time.